Serious governance and clinical problems have today closed one of the Northern Territory's most important services tackling alcohol abuse. The Youth Residential Rehabilitation Service in Tennant Creek was the only one available in the region.
Tennant Creek's local council-run youth drop-in centre offers alternatives to drinking and sniffing and a refuge for children not being cared for at home.
Money is being spent on alcohol, so it's not being spent on food. Alcohol is distracting people from raising their own children.
It's an important service in a town with chronic alcohol abuse, particularly because Tennant Creek has just lost another vital programme. The Barkly Region Alcohol and Drug Abuse Advisory Group residential rehabilitation facility for young people is shutting its doors.
It was common knowledge in town that things weren't all that well at Bardon.
Former NT MLA Elliot McAdam has led one of 3 internal and government investigations into the organisation. The 3 reports all allege misappropriation of federal and territory government funds by its former chief executive Stuart Naylor.
Bardon were potentially defrauded of, it could well be, millions of dollars.
The NT police are investigating the allegations made in the reports, including that Mr Naylor doubled his salary by claiming overtime which he wasn't entitled to, and that Braddock rented out houses it was meant to be using for patients. One report found young people were housed in unsafe conditions with not enough food, saying alleged financial mismanagement has created a situation where staff have inadequate resources to provide quality programmes. The report criticised the oversight by both the federal and Northern Territory governments, saying it wasn't sufficient to ensure effective and appropriate services were provided.
I think the bottom line here is that people were subject to a third-rate service.
When the ABC put the allegations to Stuart Naylor, he said he didn't want to comment and he hasn't been contacted about them by the NT government or police. The NT Health Minister says significant efforts were made to save the Braddock Youth Rehab Service. The Department of Prime Minister and Cabinet is to start a review to establish any misuse of Commonwealth funds. Young rehab patients will now have to travel to Darwin or Alice Springs.
It's a real shame for the Territory. There are only now 3 rehab facilities that can take young people.
A blow to the efforts to tackle alcohol abuse Northern Territory-wide. Jane Bardon, ABC News.